Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm living vicariously through your petty revenge stories today. All of these are from the Charlotte Dobre YouTube subreddit. Go follow that if you haven't already. And just a tip for those who want their stories featured on the channel, make your stories just a little bit longer. You know what I'm saying? Like a little chunky. I like stories with lots of context, multiple parts, that kind of thing. And with that, we shall get into it, shall we? I turned my son against his father, and he has no idea. Welcome! This is my first ever Reddit post. I hope y'all enjoy my petty revenge. This may not be the best you've ever heard, but I'm wonderfully pleased with the results. And I thought y'all might get a kick out of it too. I'm sorry this is long. Don't apologize. I love my stories a little chunky with a little meat on them, you know what I mean? The background info. My husband, 25 male, and I, 28 female, have been together for 6 years, married for 1.5 of them. We have had very, very few arguments throughout our relationship, and we tend to like most of the same things. One of the rare exceptions is what we tend to watch during our own free time. He watches anime constantly. We both enjoy it, but that's pretty much all he watches. And I watch what he calls unnecessary dramatized BS. Reddit, YouTube videos, usually petty revenge stories, and anything Charlotte Dobre posts. This makes me so happy. When asked, I'd watch various animes that he wants me to see with him, but he refuses to even stay in the room if I'm watching my YouTube videos. Yeah, because it's garbage, bestie. Honestly, don't tell him because there's valuable info in these videos, okay? Just this our little secret. Even though it's not really a secret because I'm loud as I've tried asking him to give them a shot, but no. It's so bad that he also generally refuses to watch movies I suggest. I fear this is more common than you realize. I remember one specific instance where I asked him to watch one with me and he just asked, does it have a plot? Confused, I told him it does. He just laughed and told me no thank you. Like that he's being kind of snobby about like, I watch anime. I mean, listen, I like anime just as much as the next person. I wear a Sailor Moon shirt often in these videos. I used to like draw Sailor Moon and I'm pretty sure I still can. But like, I don't think I'm better than other people because I like anime. Let's not be snobs. People like what they like. What? Anyways, I've always felt that this was unfair, but I wasn't going to press the issue because it's not that important, you know? But in August of 2023, we got pregnant and that's when a beautifully petty plan was set into motion. A beautifully petty plan. The setup. Setting the scene. My husband and I both worked a lot since both of us are in the Navy, and we're assigned to seagoing ships. However, once a female sailor gets pregnant, they are moved to a shore-based command for the duration of the pregnancy. This brought me down from working 12+ hour days a week to maybe 6 hours a day, Monday to Friday. That being said, I found myself having a lot of free time and made the most of it. While my husband was at work, I filled my time with everything baby related, setting up the nursery, going to doctor's appointments, and of course, talking to and playing audio for my baby. Since varying tones is apparently very stimulating for a baby's brain, even in the womb, I chose my favorite and very animated YouTuber, Charlotte Dobre. Oh, that's so sweet. To be my background noise. Oh, that's so cute. Thank you so much. I am honored. As my belly grew, so did the volume and frequency of her videos. Cooking food, Charlotte video. Driving to from work, Charlotte video. Painting the nursery, Charlotte video. But when my husband was home, I'd do nothing different from what I'd used to. Normal volume, normal frequency. But even on the day our son was born, if my husband wasn't in the room for any reason, Charlotte videos. The end result. Our son came into this world able to recognize only 3 voices. Stop it! Mine, my husband's, and Charlotte Dobre's. Oh my God.
I recognize your voice.
This is so funny. I'm sorry. My husband didn't notice this at first. It took him over a month. It finally hit him, sort of, when I was making lunch one day and he was in charge of our son. Little man was being really fussy, which he normally is around that particular time of day. And my husband was having trouble soothing him. Oh my God, no. And you put on a video of me and it calmed him down. Oh, this is the sweetest thing I have ever heard. I actually feel like crying. It's so cute. After a few solid minutes of fussiness, I popped into the room, turned YouTube on our TV, and started one of Charlotte's videos. Little man instantly stopped busting and wobbled his little head toward the TV. My husband just stood there looking super confused. I shrugged and he said, he likes her voice. I am so honored because a lot of people don't like my voice. There's literally an entire subreddit about how awful my voice is. Look, see, babies like it. This honestly healed something in me, like a little bit, like honestly a lot. And then I went back to making our lunch. He then had to sit there through the entire video and couldn't change it, lest he wanted to feel the wrath of a 10-pound sassy man. And boy, oh boy, did he make the mistake of trying it. I took my time with the rest of lunch preps, just listening to my two favorite people battle it out in the next room and my husband losing the battle. I love you so much. Thank you for this. I may not have been able to convince my husband to watch what I wanted, but as I heard Charlotte's voice come back on the TV, I knew our son sure could. And let me guess, he gave it a chance and liked it. I love the husbands and boyfriends that are like,
"What the f are you watching? She's so loud and annoying, man."
but they just kind of like sit at the door, slowly inching toward the couch.
Come to me. Come to the dark side.
I don't know if Charlotte reads every submission to this account, but if you're seeing this, thank you for both the petty revenge assist and your various hours of babysitting your smallest fan while I get the house chores done. You are so welcome and thank you so much. This is amazing. I love you. Also, congratulations on the engagement. Thank you very much. Marriage is wonderful and sometimes lovingly petty. I can't wait. I'm so excited. Edit, for clarification due to comments I've received that made me realize I should elaborate a little bit more. My husband and I prank each other all the time. I usually suck at it. You played the long game with this, mama. This was a long haul type of prank. Yes, it has a revenge aspect, but at its core, it's a prank. My husband doesn't have anything against Charlotte Dobre specifically. He just doesn't like a lot of things I watch. I just happen to choose Charlotte because she's my favorite, and she gets so animated and giggly during her videos that I knew little man would only hear happy, good vibes. This is the kind of stuff that makes me keep going, so thank you for this wonderful story. I'm not forcing my husband to watch these videos. Her voice isn't the only thing that soothes him. My prank just made sure that she's one of the most effective ways. Hey man, I've heard not only, you know, babies, but also a lot of you watch these videos to like soothe ya, like a little binky. I'm your binky. My husband can and has soothed him on his own. Me going into the room and turning on the video and then listening after the fact was my way of closing out the prank. Little man is almost 2 months old and my husband hadn't yet even noticed what I'd done. I was starting to feel like I failed at pranking him again and was mildly butthurt. The title is misleading, I don't know how to change it, but I turned my son against his father in the sense that he was on my side for the prank. This wasn't meant to be vindictive at all. My husband has finally realized the extent of what is done and finds it quite funny, but also mildly irritating. Give me a chance.
Why don't you love me?
Oh my goodness, this was very, very satisfying. But if that wasn't satisfying enough, we have an update. A few months ago, I posted on here explaining a prank I pulled on my husband. Long story short, my husband hates what I watch, Charlotte Dobre included, and generally refuses to even stay in the same room if I'm watching TV. I, however, am willing to, and frequently do, watch things that he wants to. You know what? I do the same thing with Mike. Like, I really do. His whole family, like all the brothers, they're a little pushy when it comes to what they want to watch. Like, we're trying to like take turns sort of thing. Like, he picks something, I pick something that we can just like watch together, because more often than not, he doesn't want to watch what I want to watch. But oftentimes what I want to watch is like Love is Blind Habibi, so that's totally fair. Doesn't mean there's an issue with the marriage, it just means that like
Men don't want to watch it.
but then they will also sit at the doorway and like slowly inch toward the couch and eventually give in. There's still hope, don't worry. My husband has forgiven my prank and has been more willing to watch my movie suggestions. Ooh, goody. He still doesn't like my YouTube videos though, which I'm okay with. That's okay. This is just between you and me. Our almost 6-month-old little Theo still loves Charlotte. Yay. He gets very excited and babbles at her anytime she's on TV. I wonder if my own child will also love me this much. I doubt it. My husband finds it really cute and kind of funny now. He has, however, returned fire with his own sort of prank. He has already taught our son the term battle cry. Yeah, we're a bunch of nerds in this house. Anytime my husband yells battle cry, our son lets out this little excited giggle, squeals, and leans forward to start nomming on whatever he's closest to, usually my arm, shoulder, face, or neck. Oh my goodness, this is so cute. I swear, this is one of the cutest things I've ever seen, especially since my husband squeals with him and kiss attacks me at the same time my son starts nomming. I think the noms are meant to be baby kisses. I love these two so much. They're my whole world, and I'm excited to watch our little man grow into his own little person. Lots of love to you all. Oh, that was lovely. Oh, I'm just beaming from that story. I can't wait to brag about it. Brag and brag, brag. Humble brag. Next one, we've got one where the girlies are kind of fighting in the subreddit. Answer for the cousin who posted here about me and about my disturbing job. I never thought I would be invoked on Reddit, but here we are. First of all, I want to apologize for any grammar and writing mistakes. I'm not a native speaker. I always find it interesting when people apologize for not speaking English like fluently or being able to write English. Honey, you can write and speak in multiple languages. Do not apologize for being able to speak multiple languages. I recently received a message on Instagram with a post about me. I will attach the images as I got them. The post has been deleted, but screenshots were taken. Ooh, that's good. Long story short, this cousin doesn't want to invite me to her wedding because of my terrible books with explicit and disturbing content. I can't lie about this. That's why each of my books has a detailed trigger warning at the beginning in which the reader is warned about explicit scenes. Okay, explicit meaning what? We might have to do some muting and some blurring on this video. I don't know why I'm doing it. It's almost like I'm making biscuits, you know? So this was the original story, and then we will get to the response. Am I the a-hole because I invited my cousin for my wedding after I found out what her job really is? Disturbing details. Hello. I decided to post here because a lot of my family members use Reddit, so I hope Charlotte's page is a safe space into this situation. Soon I will get married. My husband and I come from vast cultures with strong religious roots. We're both 24. One of my cousins, let's call her Georgia, is a writer. I'm not a reader, especially not the kind she writes, but recently one of her books became a bestseller, so it piqued my curiosity and I bought it. What I read horrified me. I knew it was about something with the mafia and a genre that the writers called dark romance or something, but oh my god! Right from the prologue, it starts with a horrible crime. Too graphic for me. I barely managed to read it. But then it continues more horrifically with detailed scenes of and fights and other terrible things that made me think of my cousin's sanity. Oh. Well, I mean, your cousin does have a bestseller, so kind of seems like other people might also be insane too. It's like sometimes people like that stuff. Like people like gory films, people like 50 Shades of Grey. Like I understand that you're religious. It's just a matter of taste. You don't have to like everything. Not your type of stuff, that's totally fine. But don't like judge people and uninvite people from your wedding because of their artistic choices, depending on the artistic choice.
You don't do that.
I can't understand how in God's name something like this becomes a bestseller. The main character is a psychopath obsessed with his girlfriend who kills anyone who touches her. That isn't something we should be reading these days. Am I completely from another planet? Anyways, I barely managed to read a quarter of the book, then threw it away because I don't even want to have something like that in my house. The problem is that I wasn't the only one interested in reading the family's bestseller. Others have already done it, and I saw posts congratulating her on the creation. Completely kissing ass, if you ask me. Ooh, girl. And as if that wasn't enough, it's now on Amazon, and the whole world can read it, apparently. I have the right choice to decide what I want to be associated with me and what not, right? I mean, yeah, that's totally your choice. I don't know, like, let's backpedal a little bit, bestie. Especially because she does not use a fake name and everyone in our country knows who she is. I decided to cancel her invitation to the wedding. I tried to explain as clearly as possible that I don't want my special event to be gossip about the bestseller mafia and those terrible things she writes. You can't control what people are gonna talk about at your wedding. You can't. People are gonna catch up, they're gonna have fun, but don't worry, bestie. Your wedding is your wedding. It will be the happiest day of your life if you let it. Everybody's always worried about other people taking the shine. Every wedding that I've ever been to, and granted, I haven't, been to every wedding, but like, people are so excited for you. I don't think that you have to worry about that. I hoped it would be a cute love story, and it turned out to be an can't say that. I'm not going to leave a link to the book because I don't want to advertise it in any way. I just want to ask for your opinion because many family members think that I exaggerated, even my fiance, and this is very annoying for me because I have the right to decide who I want at my wedding. You do. I would also say that you have the right to like and not like whatever you want. You do. Leaving someone out of a wedding invite, it kind of hurts people's feelings. Like, I'm learning this now. People get very testy about the wedding invites. Even if they can't, let's say, make it, it's still nice nice to be invited. She seemed to understand she did not insist on coming. So am I the a-hole? I understand that you shared this here wanting to have a safe space. I think that you are gonna regret not inviting your cousin to your wedding. I'm just saying. You have a right to not like whatever you want. If it's not your cup of tea, it's not your cup of tea. It is a bestseller. A lot of people like it. And yes, maybe that means that people like shock value and gore and a lot of other things. It doesn't mean that you should totally discount this person from your life. Now to the update and the response, because the girlies are fighting in my subreddit.
Stop it, girl.
Now, who is this cousin? For the life of me, I have no idea. First time I received the message, I thought it was a mistake, but there are screenshots from the comments in which the cousin wanted to prove her point and attached just the synopsis of my book, literally from Amazon. Then someone found the book, wrote the name, and the cousin immediately deleted the post. I'm sorry if it's confusing. I don't know how to explain I got it. It's all good. Very coherently either, because I don't have a cousin who's getting married, let alone who canceled my invitation for her wedding. But what I have is a friend. She is getting married next year and I haven't received the invitation yet. Okay, so we're leaving details out. Although the last time we talked about it, she told me she would send them all at the beginning of next year. That's nothing about my books. She congratulated me every time I released something and she bought my books. She never said the horrible things from the post, so I sincerely hope it's not her. But at this point, I don't know what to believe anymore. I feel like she tried to justify her decision not to invite me, hoping that people would agree with her. Even if she deleted the post and her account as soon as she saw the comments, also thank you to everyone who defended me, I hope she will see this post and find the courage to write to me. If you don't want me at your wedding, just tell me. It's okay. I wouldn't want to be an unpleasant presence on someone's most special day. I mean, fair enough. I wouldn't want to go where I'm not wanted either. I'm sad that you guys are fighting over this. This seems like a very silly reason to not want to include a friend in your wedding. I'm not trying to take sides here, but like, let's find a common ground and work it out. Do we need to have an intervention? Do I need to sit you both down?
What's the problem here?
I'm an author with a slightly insane imagination, but this shocked even me. I'm embarrassed to post my book here. This is not the way I wanted to promote it, but I feel petty after the things written about me and how she deleted it as soon as someone found out the name of the book. I'm very curious to know if these details are actually disturbing or not. If anyone is interested in those disturbing details, you can find it here. Okay. Obsession, a dark mafia romance. Really high ratings. Good for you, babe. I haven't read your book, but congrats. Sounds like a marketing strategy, right? I'd believe that too, damn it. This is a great marketing strategy. I'm not asking anyone to buy it or read it. I just felt the need to defend my work, and I probably won't be going to anyone's wedding anytime soon. Take care of yourself and your passion. To you, Georgiana, aka Georgia, stand by your artwork. I think that art is meant to evoke an emotion, and not everybody is going to like it. And it's sad that your friend didn't like it this much, so much that she doesn't want you at her wedding. I don't really see it as that big of a deal, honestly. Like, unless you actually did something horrific like that, like, I don't see why someone's creative work would make someone not want you at their wedding. It seems silly to me. All right, so it sounds like a lot of people are being really supportive in the comments about your book. Little update. First of all, thank you from the bottom of my heart for everything, for your support and wonderful words. This bizarre situation turned into something good in the end. I still haven't found out who it is behind the first post. She's definitely not a cousin. The more I analyze the situation and the way she wrote, I realize that the description is complicated. So I will not realize who she is if I see the post. Maybe I will even argue with the relatives because of it. Bonus points, I guess. I have a lot of cousins. Thank God none of them are marrying soon. The friend I mentioned above, I didn't show her the post and I decided not to. I can't. I don't know how to show someone something like this, no matter how subtle I am. That would end our friendship, and if it is not her, I would regret it forever. What if you just show her the post and be like,
I feel like this is about me.
and kind of like see how she reacts?
Hey, it's you.
I don't know, babe. You both watch me. I don't know. I'm sorry. I feel like I kind of have to pick a side here. Watching the inner turmoil is probably very entertaining for you guys. What I do think, the publication of the book in English sparked some controversies. It's not something an author can do easily. Translations cost a lot. I didn't translate my book. Someone professional did it. All I write here now is what I remember from school and Google Translate. Some people feed off the hatred they can arouse in others when they speak badly about a certain thing and the rest of the people agree with them. This arouses a satisfaction that I think I can't understand. I will say with this assumption for the moment, it is better for my peace of mind to not think that someone close to me did this. Maybe he or she wanted to show me the post and the comments in the future, maybe not. I have no way of knowing. By posting the synopsis, she/he hoped to attract negative opinions about my book and my writing, but without promoting it in any way. As soon as people realized what book it was, she/he deleted everything. Does it make any sense? Now, for those who still think this is a marketing strategy, I mean, it might be, but hey, like I said, I understand. I suppose that any story that includes a product can be classified as an advertisement because you cannot know what the truth is. But between us, if all this mess would have started from me, I would have kept the first post. That's a good point. If it was a marketing strategy, why not keep that first post up, you know? From what I saw in the screenshots, it had gathered 70 comments in less than an hour, and all the people wanted to know what book it was about. That would have been much more viral than this one. I posted this as an answer and a little petty revenge. Yes, karma works sometimes. Thank you again for everything. I'll come back and post if I ever find out who it was. I hope this is a lesson for the future when you try to hurt someone and it comes back as a favor for that person. The whole point of that was to get people to like not want to read your book. It definitely didn't achieve that. Like, I definitely want to read it. I definitely want to read your book. Well, friends, I am really curious to know if it really was disturbing, because I honestly would not be able to tell. But even if it was, I'm sorry, Stephen King, have you heard of that, even that Terrifier movie that is so unbelievably gory and it's like so unbelievably successful? I think that we shouldn't judge people's artwork. We shouldn't judge them necessarily as a person for what they create. I think that she should be proud of you. And to OP, the original poster who posted this, Am I the A-hole? I don't feel like it's worth losing a friend or a cousin. Let's just learn to be happy for people. Doesn't have to be your cup of tea, but don't totally discount someone from your life and like not include them in one of the biggest moments of your life because of something that they created. With that, add to cart. Subscribe!